Get ready for the biggest stories hitting your screen right now. We start with a massive Hollywood reunion. Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman are finally planning to reunite after years of silence, and the recent tragic murders of their old friends, Rob and Michelle Riener, have served as the catalyst for this unexpected coming together. We dive into how this heartbreaking event has brought both stars back to each other, and what it means for their shared family and future.
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This ALEN 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
Next up, we look back at a cinematic masterpiece that is still fighting to find its audience. 26 years after its release, Tom Cruise's Magnolia is still not on streaming, forcing fans to hunt down that incredible film on VOD or physical media. We explore why this sprawling, award-winning drama about love, failure, and grace remains a touchstone for actors and directors today, and why you absolutely need to see it. The action is heating up because the sequel we've been waiting for might finally be happening. New reports suggest that Tom Cruise and director Doug Liman are lining up a shoot for Edge of Tomorrow 2 this fall, setting the stage for an explosive return to the sci-fi action genre. We break down the shifting priorities that cleared the runway for this project, and why this could be the next massive blockbuster. And finally, we take a deep dive into the legacy of the Mission Impossible franchise. TV guide J.J. Abrams is being hailed as the franchise film savior for Mission Impossible III, examining how this third installment navigated creative differences and what it means for Tom Cruise's reign. Don't miss this breakdown, and make sure you stream Mission Impossible III on Paramount Plus right now. Long-estranged former spouses Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman are reportedly planning to reunite after years of no contact, with the horrific murders of their old friends serving as the catalyst for the reconciliation. Sources indicate that the tragedy brought the couple back together as they grappled with the devastating news. An insider suggested that Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman began dating around the same time their old friends, Rob and Michelle Riener, became a couple, with their relationships following a similar trajectory. Both couples began dating in 1989. The Rieners were introduced to photographer-singer, while Cruise was directing when Harry met Sally, and Kidman and Cruise met while co-starring in Days of Thunder. Cruise, now 63, and Kidman, 58, were married for 11 years before separating in 2001 and largely drifting apart. The reunion appears to be spurred by the fact that both stars were deeply affected by the stabbing deaths of the Rieners in December, allegedly by their son, Nick Riener. During this time of shared grief, sources reported that Cruise and Kidman began reminiscing about their close past, including double dates. Furthermore, Nicole Kidman had been hoping to spend more time with the children she shares with Cruise, Isabella, 33, and Connor, 31, who have lived with their father following the divorce. It is now anticipated that Kidman will be making time to see the children, and Cruise will be joining them in the coming weeks. According to the insider, Kidman is determined to follow through because her children are eager to have their parents together. The source noted that although the separation was long, enough time has passed for both individuals to move past their difficulties, leading to positive conversations that suggest a path forward. Both stars are currently single. Kidman filed for divorce from Keith Urban in September, and Cruise's romance with Ana de Armas concluded last summer. The shared shock of the Rieners' murders served as a critical moment, prompting a gut check for Cruise regarding the deep connection he and Kidman shared. The source concluded that they are now in a position to support each other and are ready to break bread together. 26 years after its release, Tom Cruise's acclaimed film Magnolia remains largely unavailable on streaming platforms, forcing viewers to seek it out through video on demand, DVD, or Blu-ray. The 1999 epic, directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, is celebrated for its complex exploration of love, failure, and grace, earning significant critical acclaim, including a Golden Bear at the Berlin Film Festival, a Golden Globe for Tom Cruise's performance as Frank T.J. Mackey, and 3 Academy Award nominations, boasting an 89% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. The film is a sprawling, 3-hour drama that masterfully uses Tom Cruise's performance to transform the blockbuster star into a figure of unnerving depth. Critics lauded the ensemble cast, noting how Julianne Moore, Philip Seymour Hoffman, and Jason Robards contributed to the film's tension, peeling back the facade of Cruise's character. Magnolia weaves together disparate lives, from an elderly man leaning on his nurse to a prodigy grappling with memory, interlacing them until they converge in a reckoning, underscored by the evocative soundtrack of Amy Mann. The narrative builds a palpable pressure, ultimately posing profound questions about rescue and survival. Decades later, Magnolia continues to serve as a touchstone for risk-taking actors and directors. Cruise's portrayal of Frank T.J. Mackey is recognized as a career-defining role that redefined the star. The film's enduring presence, despite streaming limitations, underscores the idea that some powerful stories require active pursuit to be fully experienced. Tom Cruise and director Doug Liman are reportedly preparing to film Edge of Tomorrow 2 this fall, signaling a significant acceleration in the long-awaited sequel. Insider Daniel RPK reports that Warner Bros. Is actively moving forward with plans for a potential fall shoot, a timeline that places production just before Cruise begins filming Top Gun 3, creating a demanding schedule for the actor. This development follows earlier hints suggesting a production start in late 2026, confirming that the project is no longer stalled in development. The shift in focus was partly driven by the delay of another project, Deeper, which encountered financing issues, allowing Liman and Cruise to pivot back to their shared passion. Liman recently rewatched the original film with Cruise, reigniting their enthusiasm for the concept. Edge of Tomorrow has proven its staying power, achieving global success through both theatrical release and streaming, establishing it as a beloved sci-fi property. A major hurdle, Cruise's demanding schedule from the Mission Impossible franchise, is finally easing as he enters a new phase post-Mission Impossible. Furthermore, Cruise has strengthened his relationship with Warner Bros. Through a recent deal granting him development and starring rights for studio projects, with CEO David Zaslav reportedly keen to greenlight the sequel. Director Doug Liman has expressed strong confidence in the studio's interest in a follow-up. Adding to the confidence, Emily Blunt is still expected to return, having confirmed her commitment to a script by Christopher McQuarrie, one of Cruise's key creative partners. Discussions suggest the sequel, potentially titled Live, Die, Repeat, and Repeat, could aim for an ambitious narrative structure. With the director, cast, studio support, and actor availability aligning, Edge of Tomorrow 2 appears poised to move forward, raising expectations for an adrenaline-fueled sci-fi sequel. The legacy of Mission Impossible III remains a complex topic among film enthusiasts, with retrospective rankings often placing it in the bottom tier, largely due to debates surrounding Tom Cruise's on-screen hubris across its runtime. However, the third installment holds a unique position, having arguably saved and simultaneously doomed the franchise in equal measure. Its existence represented a significant salvage operation, spearheaded by first-time director J.J. Abrams. While the preceding sequel, Mission Impossible II, was a major success, launching a third film proved surprisingly challenging. Initial directorial choices, including David Fincher's departure due to creative differences, and subsequent shifts, like Joe Carnahan's exit, complicated production. Cruise's subsequent commitment to television projects delayed filming, but the production itself was executed with IMF-style efficiency, culminating in a summer 2005 release. The film's promotional period was complicated by the concurrent release of the sci-fi blockbuster War of the Worlds. During this period, Cruise's public persona underwent noticeable shifts, drawing speculation about his carefully managed image. While War of the Worlds performed well, Mission Impossible III struggled to capture summer kickoff audiences against superhero benchmarks. Its domestic box office performance was underwhelming, positioning it as the lowest-grossing film among the 8 installments. Despite its commercial shortcomings, Mission Impossible III achieved a notable critical peak, securing the highest Rotten Tomatoes average among the first 3 films and earning an A cinema score from opening night audiences. This suggests a successful execution of the franchise spy movie formula, blending Cruise's relentless focus with Abrams' instincts for immediate audience appeal. A key success was Abrams' ability to reorient the film back into a cohesive IMF team dynamic, introducing Simon Pegg's Benji as a lasting fixture alongside Luther. The film also featured a compelling, opaque villain, Owen Davian, whose lack of traditional motivation made him unpredictable. Critics also note the film's stylistic hallmarks, such as Abrams' penchant for in media res flash-forwards and glossy texture, which some view as a deliberate strategy to hook audiences over detailed plot exposition. While some felt Abrams represented an auteur downgrade from previous directors, his ability to rescue franchises, as seen in his later work, remains a defining trait. Despite its mixed reception, the film is celebrated for its signature sequences, including high-octane action set pieces, cementing its place as an essential, albeit imperfect, chapter in the Mission: Impossible saga.